And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Rams 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Corum now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
11, set.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Throwing now, Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st and 10 at the 39.
Stafford now on 1st down. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Set. Waiting.
Rolling from the pistol, Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
So when we come back, it'll be 3rd and 7. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Set. White.
Stafford's going to throw once more. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7.
Set. 0. 180.
Stafford throwing again. Got a man, that's Nakua. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
At the Eagles' 43-yard line.
Working from the gun, here's Stafford. This is complete, downfield to Smith. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A pickup of 17. And the Rams have the 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts to throw. Escapes the pocket. That's going to be incomplete. First time he's looked his back's way this game, but no results yet. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing here, Hurts. That's completed right side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Hurts setting up to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And now they face 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Hurts throwing again. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Hurts yet again. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Kane, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. They'll indeed go for this. It's Hurts. Pass complete to Goedert. And he has this down to the 14-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has it well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Buying some time right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Throwing here just before halftime. On the move, headed right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a lead on the final play of the half.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Corum now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the 2nd half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this 2nd half.
He'll get this one to Adams. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives them a 1st down. Offense in a hurry up here.
At the 36-yard line.
Double right. 53. Ready. Tonight.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Completed left side to Smith. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
63.
Offense to the line fast.
Hey, 73.
On third down, it's Hurts. He rolls to his right. This one's caught. Smith has it. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Corum now on the return. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. A field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
As quarterbacks, Kate, yeah, you'll hear us say things like our best friends are the blockers up front or the go-to receivers. But a returner who could give you a short field coming out just like that, well, he's someone maybe you take to dinner during the week as a thank you for that great field position.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down.
Alert! Set! 280! What do you have?
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
22! Hey, 5-0!
First down throw here for Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys.
Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams shrinking the lead some in the third. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that two-point attempt.
Rams 20.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Hurts trying again on second down. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. It's Hurts once again. Buys time, rolling right. He's got it deep downfield. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Go Silver, ready? Good.
And again, here's Hurts. Well, they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Taken in by Smith. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Back to throw it. And he spins right by him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Chased out to his right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Has it at the 7. And it skips out at the 2-yard line. Dangerously close to a touchback, but they'll be set up near the goal line instead. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Working quickly here. Hurts now from the gun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So as they're trying to throw for this, Brock, they've actually been thrown off here by a couple of great plays defensively.
Yeah, offensively, that can't happen. Defensively, kudos. Offensively, touchdown, check down, throwaway. That's it. Sack cannot be a part of the equation.
This one intended for the running back. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Elliott connects there. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Corum now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Stafford from the gun. Nakua here, he's got it! And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. It only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10, here's Stafford. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Those are exactly the plays, Kate, that the corners in this league make their money and make their reputation. A one-on-one, and he wins that battle.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Might just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
On the run, deep down the left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
73.
Hurts looking to throw. Smith brings in another one. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Corum now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
Their own 34-yard line.
L.A. bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. Finds him on the crossing route. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And the Rams have the first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Stafford now on 1st down. McCool's got it again. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
At the Eagles' 19-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Hits his running back. And they get this down to the 7-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They're going to pass it here. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Rams get the football back after returning this to the 15-yard line.
The 2nd down pass intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Alert! 250!
Throwing from the pistol, Stafford. And that's caught by Williams. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts.
Gain of a yard.
And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
14-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready. Lady. Ready.
Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Cut near the goal line. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams get it back to within 2 possessions. Two-point try coming up. Stafford getting the offense set.
The Rams will line up for the 2.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call. And you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
And the Eagles are able to recover, and that should just about do it for us here. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Forced out to his right. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
63. No touch.
Hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Rams going nickel here on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
4th and forever coming up. They'll go, Hurts. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. Just keeps connecting to Nakua. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. And the timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Stafford back to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in 1 game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route. When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
Here he is to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Kobe Durant has it! And the Rams we're looking for some kind of miracle at the end. They nearly got it, but this game is over.